I would like to introduce you to my Ugandan family, which I happened to visit lately for the first time ever. But I learned about these lovely people back in November last year, in November 2018, when I was contacted by Joseph Obed Bwire, who is a pastor in Namayingo, Uganda. And he was introducing himself and his orphanage, and kindly actually just offering the opportunity to help. Back then I had no possibilities, and so I was looking forward to how our relationship would develop. Joseph kept in touch and was always very polite and never intrusive. And by mid of February 2019, my business took a very positive turn. So I had the opportunity to begin and support Joseph and the children in Uganda. I learned very fast, in a short period of time, that they actually had close to nothing. They were sleeping on the ground. There were about 50 kids altogether. They barely had something to eat. There were days when they would have nothing to eat. They had no electricity. They had literally barely anything. So then I asked Joseph how they are handling the schooling of the children, and learned that they do school the children when they can afford to pay a little bit for the teachers, and that there also would be some teachers who, regardless of the fact that they would not be paid, were working with the children. Anyway, I asked Joseph to explain to me and to list all the expenses that they would have to run the orphanage. By the way, it's called Faith International Orphanage, Uganda. To run the orphanage by regular terms and feeding the children with a high quality food, and paying the teachers and getting electricity, etc., etc. And Joseph informed me that about the cost, and I understood that this is a very blessed work that needs to be done to help them build a future. And so I began to support Joseph on a regular basis, and Joseph in return sent me videos and pictures by WhatsApp, and so I could follow their development very nicely.
Coming to visit us, you have taken care of us very well.
Soon we understood, and also Joseph had the vision, that we need to buy land in order for them to grow their own food and to be able to sustain their existence by their own effort. So we began to buy land, which was a very fertile and beautiful land, as we just recently saw. And soon after I had began to finance buying the land, some friends and family joined in. One of my sons-in-law, he also felt his heart beating for the Ugandan orphans, and so he joined in and helped buying land. And a long-standing friend of our family, Felix, also joined in. My son-in-law's name is Thomas. So recently we visited Uganda to see how it looks on the ground, and we were experienced a very warm-hearted welcome.
Are you happy?
Looks very good. Looks very good. Thank you. Several years ago, Joseph saw it as his mission to take care of orphans and foster children. Because of the situation in Uganda, there are too many children who are left without care. And so we experienced a very warm welcome. It was fantastic 4 days that we spent with Joseph, Joyce, and the children. We went to the land to see how it looks, and already there's crops growing, corn and potatoes, sweet potatoes. They have begun to clear the land for that piece where we intend to build a school and dormitory and workshops. And we had the best of understanding that you can possibly imagine. These people in Uganda, they are absolutely straightforward, honest, fantastic humans, fantastic people. The children are bright and sparkling, and you could virtually see what kind of a future you could open for these children, helping them to just get the ground beneath their feet that they deserve. At this point, I would also like to mention that I extremely disagree with the fact that until this very day, all Western countries, nearly all Western countries, in particular European countries, Canada and America, are still rubbing Africans blind, taking advantage of them, stealing their resources, and leaving these people to live in poverty. I totally disagree with this. And although we cannot change governments, but we can give back by our own effort as much as we can, and everybody can do something about it. I am strongly convinced of this. Now we have the project to build a dormitory and school and workshops for Joseph and the children, planning for about 100 to 150 children to take care of. And this project is going to be carried out next year, beginning of next year, from January to April 2020. We hope to have finished the building part. This is also dry season in Uganda, and it's important to erect buildings during the dry season. I'm inviting everybody who feels to come along with this beautiful project, into this beautiful project. And we'll be happy for every support by means of spending time, writing beautiful letters to the children, or visiting Uganda to contribute to teaching the children, training them in different skills. Contributing in any way possible is highly welcome and I would be happy, we will be happy for everybody who joins in because of love and care. Welcome to our Uganda family.